This is the man that seems to have made all the difference. Vice President Joe Biden stepped in at the 11th hour to broker an agreement. But the deal comes after the December the 31st deadline, so for now the US is over the fiscal cliff. The agreement passed its first test, a vote in the Senate, with overwhelming support in the early hours of Tuesday morning.
The House stands adjourned until noon tomorrow.
But the key test for the agreement still to come is whether it can pass here, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives. Early on Monday, President Obama surrounded himself with middle-class families to make the point that it would be average Americans who'd be hardest hit by a failure to compromise.
The agreement being worked on right now would further reduce the deficit by asking the wealthiest 2% of Americans to pay higher taxes for the first time in 2 decades. So that would add additional hundreds of billions of dollars to deficit reduction. So that's progress, but we're going to need to do more.
But no one's claiming the deal is perfect. A sticking point was what to do about cuts at major government departments, from agriculture to transport to defence. The problem's been put off for now. On the taxation side, the president got nearly everything he wanted, with Republicans agreeing to raise taxes on the wealthiest and extend unemployment benefits. The major public holiday of New Year's Day means global stock markets are shut on Tuesday, and that gives Congress an extra 24 hours to wrap this up. President Obama may look like he's come out on top for now, but around the world there's dismay. The US politicians were so bogged down ideologically that they were unable to save their own country from a potentially dangerous economic cliff, albeit one of their own making. That the US went over the fiscal cliff at all is a major embarrassment for President Obama and the leaders of Congress. The hope is it can all be sorted out within the next few days. But waiting just around the corner is the next major US budget crisis. The debt ceiling needs to be raised by Congress, and here the Republicans feel they have the upper hand over President Obama and the Democratic Party. John Terrett, Al Jazeera, Washington.